we'll be learning more history. Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, did you hear his description about the tarp with the dirt on it?
With some ammunitions underneath of it?
Other tarp.
No, this tarp was covering up the double doors. So it almost seems that either Henry left after he killed the guy, or maybe the professor left too. I mean, it does seem weird.
Or maybe they just,
how's
maybe water leaking down into it. They just didn't want the water to leak in.
How's the floor in this place? I know we've walked through it, but can I see tracks of any kind?
No, the wind scours the desert clean, even in here.
Okay.
All right. So the doors, are they open at all, or are they both laying closed?
They're both laying closed. They do not appear locked from your side, maybe the inside. Or perhaps there's a horribly devious trap on the inside with scything blades and shit.
Let's go home.
I vote for the shit. You keep the blades, I'll take the shit.
Okay.
Are there any other doors or rooms or anything on this level? Just checking.
Nothing you can't, like, you can walk around. It looks like there's remains of rooms, but you can see everything by moving around. It's ruined much.
Looking out, like, over the scene, like because we're on the edge of a bluff or a cliff, right?
That's right.
What's out there?
It's like it spreads out before you, and it looks like good target practice with a mortar. That's what it looks like to you. And it looks like kilometers of this, like 5 kilometers of good target practice. So if you had like 3 motivated mortar crews up here, somebody would not be a happy camper to come up this thing. And also, you guys notice that each of the mortars, like one of the mortars is like this, and one's like this, and one's like that.
So they're all facing out into this canyon, basically?
At different ranges, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at first I was picturing them like set up in a defensive position, like to.
They are.
Yeah, somebody wants to mortar the fuck out of everybody who's approaching this tower.
If that guy started up and you guys knew how to use mortars, then you would have a good old time.
Yep.
Gotcha. So, all right. Next, shall we check the door, see if there's any sign of a trap? Because if they might have had a way of disarming it from out here when he was coming and going.
Well, if there's a trap, it's probably on the interior of the door. I don't know what checking out here would do.
All right. I stand back behind a boulder.
All right, no problem. How would you like to open the door while or do you're going to risk your arm if you grab the thing and then, and of course, the easiest way to see if there is a trap is make Suede stand right in front of the doors, and then Rock gets on one side to open one door, you get on the other side to open the other door, and then you can open them simultaneously while he's standing there looking down.
Oh, let me take out my binoculars just to make sure I can see it.
Logan, what are these doors made of? Are they metal doors?
Made out of sturdy wood. They look newer than the rest of these rooms.
Okay, I'm going to run the metal detector over the seam between the 2 doors.
Oh, the seam?
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
Okay.
It could be the rivets in there. There's some rivets and stuff, but.
Okay.
The hinges.
The hinges, yeah.
And also along the door. Yeah, there's all kind of metal shit. You don't know what's up with it. Okay. Or somebody taped pennies to the inside just to fuck with you.
Yeah. But free pennies.
Free pennies. So.
All right, are you in position, Swade?
Sure.
What, you think I'm opening this damn thing?
He's the head of security. He knows what we should be doing here.
Yeah, what do we do, Swade?
I just buy and sell shit.
Hang on 1 second here. I just grab one of the hinges and open the damn thing out.
All right, it opens up. You're disappointed by the lack of scything blades and stuff. You don't even get a shit out of it. It looks like the metal stuff on the inside was like studs, and also there's some clamp things, metal
hinges,
clamps for holding a crossbar.
Yep.
All right, good job. You did it.
It appears that in here, stairs go down into darkness, leading you to wonder if anybody brought a fucking light source.
I got military glow sticks.
I've got a light source if we can make it work.
I thought you said you left your military glow sticks at home earlier.
Nope.
No? Good.
In the pack.
He breaks out the military glow sticks. Mark off. Do you want to give each one
Do
2
you,
glow sticks?
Yeah, I'll mark off 3.
You want to try a flashlight, see if it'll work first?
I'm worried about running into somebody with tech. We can
Ah.
probably explain the glow sticks, but not the flashlight.
Hmm.
We just
Actually-
throw a mortar shell down there. And
Well, if an MRE summoned one, maybe they. I mean, that's a good point. Maybe the glow stick might actually. If we
Glow
run into
sticks
this guy,
has Adora ever been possessed by an MIB?
Good point. That's a good idea. No, I've never seen that happen.
Here,
So-
I'll,
So
tell
3 glow
you,
sticks, or we're gonna try the flashlight?
I'll tell you what else I got. I've got the flashlight, and I've got.
I've also got this wonderful hands-free headgear flashlight.
Here we go.
Those are nice.
Yep.
Got binoculars, flashlight. I got Bic lighter, matches. I light up a cigarette. Here.
You guys smell tobacco from somewhere. You're immediately suspicious.
Forgot I had these. Yes, right.
I got dual wheel. Do you think I could launch off 2 mortars at the same time?
Would you guys like to try to activate your glow sticks and go on down to see what kind of traps? I'm guessing put Sway to help you in case there's anything really
Yeah, I'll go
nasty.
first. Just give me the damn thing.
All right, give me the glow stick.
Shake it.
I think you're
Everybody-
making a will times 5.
Yeah, everybody roll will times 5. If you fail it, then you must demand a new glow stick from the rock because yours is broken.
And mine's broken.
I'm fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Mark
I,
off another glow stick is you gave Wrestling a bad glow stick.
I'm gonna test my flashlight. Can I turn it on?
Sure, give me a will times 5.
Okay.
It's not broken.
All right, so we got a flashlight and 2 glow
I turn it.
sticks.
I turn that off for now and just put it in my like in
Okay.
a pocket.
I think you're going to need to make another roll to make that work again.
Give me a new willpower times 5 roll to make your glow stick work.
What glow stick? Do we hand him one?
I thought you gave him a new glow stick.
No, you said I gave him a new glow stick, and then he
Oh.
started using his flashlight. You want a new glow stick?
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Let's wait to see what's down there first.
Okay.
So new
And
glow
if I
stick?
need to use it, I'll try again.
No, he said let's wait to see what's down there, and then
No problem. Sway begins going into the darkness. You go down there and you find a distinct lack of traps. In
I
fact,
smell.
sure, give me a smell roll.
Anybody smell anything?
nope.
Smells 3 guys walking through the desert.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
need
smell.
baths.
Oh,
Wrestling
we're doing smells.
smells like tobacco being burned.
So you're
Armpits
going down
and
here with a lit
tobacco.
cigarette. So you're going into the Arms Mad Scientist Laboratory with a lit cigarette.
That's right.
I light up a cigar. We'll be fine.
Covering up the smell of any dead bodies down here.
No problem. You guys go in. Room number 1 that you go into here, it appears to be lots of different crates and shit like that are in here. Some of them appear to be open, or some of them are open. Others are closed. Looks like they're miscellaneous supplies, such as anybody would order out here: dried food, alcohol, metal stuff, that kind of shit.
Okay.
Now, you've got 2 different options of where to go. You could either go in through the large hallway thing here, or you could go through the door here.
Oh wow, this is a whole big thing. Cool. Where'd you find that? Nice. So we went down the stairs. We went down the stairs here, and we came to here.
Yeah.
Stairs here. We're there. Okay.
All right. I know we've been traveling for about a half a day. Why don't we just take we've been traveling for half a day. Why don't we take a minute? There's food, there's water here, things like that, right?
Yep.
Why don't we just take a minute? Let's rest up, eat, drink, get
guys-
hydrated, and move on.
Yeah. You guys eat, drink, smoke, done. You feel much better.
Mhm.
Swade seems happy to finish the cigar.
I hold up a roll of toilet paper. Anybody need to take constitutional?
Now, in the whole time that you've just been hanging out and eating and drinking, everybody give me a listen roll.
Yep.
Got it. Mhm. It shows Swade going, and it just shows Russ lean to one side, just like Swade's like, God.
My God, it's full of farts.
The other two, you guys think you hear very fairly distant from here water running.
You hear that? I hear
Yeah,
water.
I do.
Sounds like a waterfall, or does it sound like a waterfall, or more like something smaller?
Spigot.
Could be big. Swade, you got no idea what they're talking about. All you hear.
Yeah, I shouldn't eat those
Not the blue
burritos.
paint making its way out after that little.
I think I might need some of that toilet paper soon.
So, which way do you want to go, Swade? You're
Big
leading
hallway. Big hallway.
A big hallway.
With
problem.
him making it at a quarter, can he locate where it's coming from?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to, but it was a pretty good roll. So.
Yay! You go into the big hallway, and in this room, it's kind of odd because it looks like it's a weird area, almost like an old temple. There's a strange symbol above what could be an altar over on the wall here. Bing. And that looks like
Is it the balance symbol again?
it's a balance symbol again. Looks like that.
What is it?
Thing is everywhere. It's the yin yang infinity.
That's on there, huh? Nice.
And then also in this room here, it looks like there's a pool that's shown there, but it's dry.
Okay.
Okay. Now from there, you've got pretty much either you can go back to the other small door or you can go to the
We'll
door.
take this small door here. Now, I know you said this looks like an altar. Is this like an altar, or is this like a Roman bathhouse type tile fountain?
Go either way, honestly.
This piece of brick down here, is that a sluice to the pool, or is that just a path from the pool?
Weird path thing.
Okay.
Are
I
there?
wouldn't read much into this.
Yeah.
Okay, so Swade takes you through, and then it comes to a four-way intersection. You can either go up some stairs, or straight ahead, or hang a right.
Before we go through there, were there actual sconces on the wall with like unlit torches?
Yeah, shit. Everybody take a card. I forgot about that. In these supplies, you find oil lamps and stuff, like old-timey oil lamps with the hooded covers and stuff, like Coleman oil lamps and whatnot, but they're not Coleman.
Okay.
Should
I need the card. I need the card table back up.
Gonna bring one of these lanterns along with us.
Just dump it somewhere in the darkness. It's not anywhere close to the map. There you perfect. Yeah, that will do better for you than the glow sticks by a long shot.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, that's all. So.
All right. So we go lantern first, and I'll go ahead and make a right.
You hang a right and begin going this way here. Eventually, it comes to more stairs down.
Down is good.
Down into the depths. Yes, down is always good. And eventually...
Now, as we're going through here, since we're not upstairs where all the sand is, can we use evidence analysis to tell if people have been through here at least recently? Is there dust collecting on the floor?
Tracking.
It looks like it's pretty clean, so there's no tracks and stuff. Nobody with horribly muddy feet has been through here.
Okay.
At this point, how's the temperature down here?
It's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. And also the air feels a little bit moist.
Architecturally speaking, is this made out of the same brick as the tower was?
No, it looks like an older thing.
Of course.
Card for Ralph. And you continue on, and eventually you find this.
Cool.
So it goes, as you can see, it crosses a bridge over, looks like underground river that comes through. the water you'd heard earlier, and it goes into a small suite of a couple of rooms. There doesn't appear to be anybody home, but these rooms are fairly comfortable and stuff. And Rasslin, this place is actually fairly comfortable feeling, and it's got a great location. And in real estate, the three things you always look for: gun emplacements, location, and
Water source.
I was thinking we might this would make a nice base if it's abandoned.
Oh, yeah.
Or a nice place to trump into.
If it's abandoned.
If it's abandoned, yes.
I was going to say, if it's abandoned, no one tell Freddie about it, because we don't burn it.
Well, they can't burn it down. It's made of stone.
He'll find a way to start an earthquake or something, or he'll fill it up with water.
Volcano comes up.
Oh my God!
So that's what's there.
So should we do the typical search? Roll up the carpets, disassemble the furniture, leaf through every book.
Is the bed made? Does it look like it's been used recently?
The bed is not made. You're not sure when it was last used. You notice unhealthy gleam in Swade's eye as he looks around, thinking about trashing the place.
I know that look. I see you looking at that carpet. You know you want to see what's underneath it.
I thought it'd just be perfect to roll a body up in, but yeah, we could roll it up if you want to look under it.
Well, if you're wanting to, you haven't gone everywhere, but if you'd like to stop and search this real good, you could.
Yeah.
Why don't we? Or you just come back to it. Why don't we just go check out everything else?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd prefer to. Let's continue to get the layout of the place first.
All right.
Who's going to go and explore number 8?
Well, that will be if you're wanting to go explore number 8, that will be a next season thing.
Gotcha.
That just so you guys are aware, if you do decide to take this, as Russ said, for a base and actually put resources into it, then I will prepare number 8 and what comes after that and all that stuff later.
Cool.
Yeah, I know. As was said, I am responsive to the players eventually.
Yes.
That was my That's really cool.
So why don't we head back up the stairs and we'll make a right, which would have continued straight down out of the hall. Yep.
I'm with you. Okay, so you guys head over to and discover another room. Yeah. Once you've cleared this whole thing, I'll just show the map.
Sure.
But in this room, it looks like another room, pretty messy, a lot of alcohol bottles laying around and stuff.
Is that a chest?
Yeah.
Seems like a lot of living space for one guy.
It wasn't. It was 2 guys.
Dun, 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 dun.
That we know of.
Right.
Well, plus he came out and claimed it. It was abandoned. So there's probably some kind of cult living in here before.
Well, we've got the living places. We could go up the stairs and see what was beyond that first door.
No problem. You guys go into the last area, and in this, it looks like it's a main living / hanging out area. And here you find an old dead dude. It looks as though he's gotten tied up to the wall. His pants are down. He's got a dirty magazine laying nearby, and his hand is near his crotch, and it appears that he's dead. It looks like if this is who you think it is, he may have died of autoerotic asphyxiation.
Does he have an otter head?
No, nobody, no animal.
Does he have an otter dick?
No.
Okay.
How is that your second question?
Show me his dick.
I'm just glad it wasn't his first question.
So it does appear to be human. It's not a beastkin.
Nobody that you've run into in this zone has been a beastkin.
Yeah, but his name is Otter.
Well, yeah, his parents were a little odder.
Yeah, but God,
Otter,
this
erotic.
is Otter Bedlam.
That's right, Otter Bedlam.
Somebody give Logan a card.
Yay. It appears you've investigated. You've gone to all the rooms. You have not investigated everything, but if you'd like to speed through the investigation, all I will ask for is a simple spot hidden roll. Lower is better from everybody.
Okay, let's see.
You suck, Swade.
I had cards to play and I forgot them. I was like, oh, there it is.
Show Swade trashing a random chair, beating the shit out of it with a fucking hammer. Yeah!
Okay, Logan, I'm going to discard down 2, but right now I'm playing the Mana's Unexpected Connections, and I want to be acclimatized to Bartertown.
Okay, that's a good call. By the way, in number 2 is also like a lot of metalworking shit and all that. The fresh air appears to come from number 8, the river area. So
Right.
if you were to seal that off, no more fresh air for you.
Okay. I need to get rid of a skill +5. Anybody want that?
No.
I have a bunch of skill 10s that I forgot to use because I'm a moron.
I got some combat cards I'm about to toss, a round revision and a master pay.
Okay.
It appears that the only guy in here is dead, so you might be okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All right.
All right. I just wanted to make sure nobody wanted it.
So the rock made his by half, which is good. And how did Rasslin? Okay, so it's all up to the rock. Now the rock has encountered a couple of interesting things. First, on the back of the corpse's head is a big cut/bruise, and also you uncovered it looks like some sort of plans for something. Now, Jay, do you remember exactly what you were told that this guy was working on?
Mm-hmm. Here, I'll tell you. I copied and pasted it.
Go on.
See, there's Professor Otto Finkelmeyer who went to Bartertown. His lab assistant said he was working on something new that will change the face of modern warfare forever.
Yep. Here's the plans that the rock, thank goodness you had the rock with you. If it had just been you two, you'd have been fucked, you're thinking. Here's the plans that the rock found. They were underneath a chair, not underneath the carpet, not like stuck into it. Somebody just stuck them under a chair. Here's the plans.
Artillery.
Nope, not artillery.
Not artillery?
Ah, that's exactly.
You know what it is?
Oh, yeah, it's a Gatling gun.
Or
a cannon.
Finkelmeyer gun.
That's a Gatling gun? Where are all the tubes?
Well, it looks like the crank
Mm-hmm.
for
Right,
turning
but
it.
a Gatling gun has a bunch of cylinders at the end of it. It looks like a cannon.
This is the first prototype.
Okay.
And it
So-
might be like tubes within the tubes kind of thing.
Yep. Now, if you'll recall, this was to change the face of modern warfare. Now, what's ironic about this is you guys can make much fucking better than this. You can buy a fucking soft-nosed laser on the black market. But for this time period, this would revolutionize warfare. And so this is a new invention. So anybody who's GMing and doesn't have time moving on and new inventions come up, in your face. So
yeah, it's better as a defensive weapon, but yeah,
clearly
that's what happened in World War One. They developed a machine gun and nobody could get anywhere.
And for the win, Wrestling Rad, what did I tell you we should invent?
New weapons.
Which was standing by my van. You don't even remember Active God Insurance? The Gatling gun.
Well, that's why I had you guys go get books for all that stuff. I mean,
Yes.
we've got plans for it. This is exactly what we talked about.
But now, here's the legit part. They were actually created in this time period by this blueprint. So now it's law, the law of observation. Now we can build them here, and it's technologically sound.
Yeah.
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 I've got a whole card if anybody's got a victory.
You say that? You got a what?
I had a whole card if anybody's got a victory.
A whole card?
When this card is in play, it may not be lost or discarded. Once the card is placed under the whole card, that part is protected until it is used, at which time the whole card is also... The whole card may not be changed when once said. So it basically protects one of the cards in our hand from fuckery.
And you take it out of your hand as well as the whole card. So it also frees up 2 cards, and you get to, or it frees up technically 1 card plus itself, and then you can move on with your lives.
So it allows you to save 1 card for later use. It won't get affected by reds, you mean?
It's kind of like Lock It In, but it's more universal.
Yeah, so you said you got a victory? Is that the one that
I'm asking if anybody's got a victory?
I've got a Clog and Greed, but is that for 1 person only?
That is.
I got a Clog and Greed too. I'm thinking a whole card in my Clog and Greed. But it's kind of selfish, so.
It's probably the best one to use it on.
Yeah, I'm going to save it in case we get victories.
Well, from what the Rock said earlier, it appears that the 50 gold you paid for the plans may actually be 50 gold you paid for an interesting fortress.
Did we find any kind of cash or currency?
It appears that all the cash/currency was carted off and spent in a wild, reckless, abandoned stuff. But if you want to play your more loot card on the supplies, then instead of like a couple weeks of supplies, you'd have a month of supplies.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Find some use for that.
Cool. Make a note after the first month of the next season, then the supplies will be done here, and you can get new supplies or something. It doesn't cost a lot to supply this place. I'm sorry that they didn't have a pile of cash around, but Henry Meyer sucked ass and took it all.
Yeah.
And went and spent it sucking ass.
The wound on his head, is that like blunt force trauma kind of thing? Like somebody hit him with a
It does
hammer?
look like blunt force trauma to you. Give me a forensics roll.
All right, cool.
If you'd like to point it out to them, then they can make forensics rolls as well.
Blah.
Everybody roll forensics. Yay, forensics.
Is that a write-in or no? I'm sitting here.
No,
Where is
it's on there somewhere.
I got it. Crit.
Crit's pretty good.
Bought 1 crit.
Not good enough. I want you to roll less than a not 1.
All my forensics are the same anyways, so there we go.
Okay. Your guess, Rock, based on the forensic evidence, is this guy was probably bashed in the back of the head. His pants were pulled down, and he was put in this position by somebody else who wanted to make it appear that this guy had died of autoerotic asphyxiation. I got to say it again. Twofer. And
you ought to stop saying that.
So, yeah, it's a setup, is your guess.
Yeah, that's what I thought in the first place. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we got
I pointed out. I do all the CSI stuff and point out this stuff to them. And
I was gonna say you have no evidence collection bags, no tweezers.
No, I know.
Who cares? Let's just throw it off the damn.
We don't care. We're just gonna take it out and throw it into the minefield.
Said he was doing all this stuff, whereas Wade's like,
no. I just point out where I think where I think the attacker came from, et cetera. So this stuff you can tell.
You do the.
I don't have a liver thermometer, so I don't know when time of death was, but
right. Yeah, he's getting pretty fucking ripe. So throwing him off the cliff may be a good idea, unless you want to go put him in your drinking water. That'd be fun. Sway, do you want to roll him up in a carpet, take him over to the cliff? And
yeah, whatever the nastiest carpet. There we go. Boop.
There, the vultures will take care of him.
Yeah, they will.
So I'm gonna make a map of the minefield, the safe path through the minefield with my cartography skill.
I'm going to need 5 luck rolls to do that.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
Okay. I was going to say, if you want to do that, that's great. But otherwise, no. You know one way. Well, you knew one way through. You make a map of the way you came in.
Yeah.
But minefield? No. Give me a cartography. And if you get it wrong, you're not going to know it's wrong until somebody tries to use the map, and won't they be happy? I recommend giving it to Freddie just to see if the map works.
Yep. Okay. Anybody got any pluses?
Poor Freddie.
Let's see.
I thought I had pretty good cartography.
I've got a +5 I can give you.
I got somewhat above hobbyist cartography, so if you've got better cartography than me, that's awesome.
Cartography, cartographer, you, cartographer.
It's in the write-ins. It's a written write-in.
Oh no, I swear I had it. I thought I was using it. Never mind. I guess I don't.
You got navigation lamp, don't you?
Yeah.
The fun thing about cartography.
Oh, there is cartography. No, never mind.
Okay,
Fun thing
I'll give
about
it a shot.
in this campaign is that if you're in unknown places and you name stuff, you can name it whatever you want. And if you go and distribute or sell your map, then it becomes named whatever you do. So we have like the Penis Envy Mountains and weird shit like that in some of the places.
Okay, here we go. This is for the money.
Mm-hmm.
Fumble.
Got it. No problem. You have a map where somebody is pretty much bound and certain to hit all the mines that they can.
Logan, can I pause that shit?
Sure you can.
All right.
Although this map is fun for you.
Just a fail.
They'll only hit a few mines. Not everyone that they can.
Okay, but we don't know that. All right.
Yeah.
I got this really good map, guys. Now we can get in here easily.
Nice.
They look at you barely.
Can I make a suggestion? There's all these crates. Why don't we crate up the metal detector once you get out of here? Leave it on the other side of the minefield somewhere with like a notable feature. That way, if we have to grab it and use it again, it's already here.
Yeah, but then anybody could find it.
Also true. There's not a lot of great places to hide shit, especially not unless you want to go through a huge pain in the ass, like dig for 6 hours to unearth
Dig
it.
in the sand. Dig a hole in the sand. Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's shifting sand. So what do you use for a landmark?
Right.
Good idea, but I don't think it's workable.
Mm.
Plus, I don't know how good of a place this would be for trumping in and out of, because it's going to be dark in here when we're not around.
Unless you can find a way to make consistent light.
That's right.
It's possible, but
If we put, like fluorescent lights in one room and hooked it up to a battery, then you got to worry about someone stumbling across it.
There's a river right there. You could just make a water wheel and power a light source.
that's a card for Ralphie.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I actually thought he had a water wheel when I heard the water.
That would have been clever as shit, but apparently it takes Ralph to be clever. Now, if only Suede had engineering skill to figure out how to make a water wheel. It shows him with a tire bounced above the water. He lets it go and just puts away. He's like, damn it!
Like a water wheel. All right.
Fourth one this week.
I check my pockets.
Cool. So,
What you're saying, Logan, is I should just say stuff I think of, even though it might sound foolish.
No. You should say stuff you think of when it sounds good to you.
Okay.
Because otherwise, I could say random words too. Godzilla. It's not good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, where is engineering? Is that a write-in?
Yep.
Oh, well, fuck that.
Yep.
Okay. Well, another good idea.
I mean, you could just buy a pre-made water wheel from somewhere, or have somebody clever fucking make one and have it measured out before you come. I mean, there's a lot of ways to get around not having a skill.
Mm-hmm.
I got pretty high woodcraft, but I could build it if I only had some prints.
There you go. You can get, Prince I think is dead now, but if you were to get a plan of how to make a water wheel, then you could very easily make one with the plan.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, that can be done. We can get the stuff we need and bring it back here at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you think it's worth doing right now, so we can go ahead and make trumps of it. I don't know if it's how important it is.
If you want to, you can go spend like $50 for some lovely water wheel prints and measuring stuff. It'd be a couple of days of in-game time, but we're not going to make you live through that. Basically, you'd spend probably let's see, you're also going to need electricity stuff and all that. So call it $500 and you do it upright, and then you've got nice lights, and then you trump into like the bridge
Or Area 6. We could wire up lights in Area 6.
Wire right into Area 6. That'd be a lot safer than, oh, I fucked up and fell off the goddamn bridge. So, yeah.
I think this is worth it because it's a really stable Trump location. Like, people aren't going to get in here.
Well, it depends. If you want to make it so that it can only be opened from the inside, the only problem is if they bring a breaching charge or TNT sticks or something and stick it on the door, they'll probably get in.
I was thinking of the minefield protecting the area.
And that'll work for a while, but eventually, if you've got somebody with enough minions, or if somebody like herds cattle out here or something like that, you know.
Yeah, I was thinking just casually losing your Trump, not like concerted effort by someone with technology and the manpower to do it.
Or a bunch of slaves, make them run in.
Why not make your Trump like in, what was it, I can't read, 5? Like where the pool was and the symbol, and there's a lot of hard features in the stone there.
Yeah, you'd have to run a longer wire, but you can do it.
Oh no, a longer wire.
Yeah.
What do we ever do?
In order to make it work, okay, if you guys wanted to go dump like 1,000 Shermer dollars, which for you guys I don't believe is a big deal, and some time, then I'm going to need a woodworking for assemble water wheel, unless you get it from IKEA. And then I also am going to need a slot tab goes into, it's like, oh, it came flat pack though, so I guess it's good, and an electronics roll to make all the wiring work, or electrical repair or whatever.
I got the electronics. You seem to have the carpentry.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, Swade's unable to roll anything that's any good all day today because Roll20 is his arch enemy.
I got a bunch of skill plus 10s I just keep forgetting to use.
Hooray!
Believe in me.
Hooray!
So, Rad, you got the money.
All right, so should we do that? We can just kind of fast forward through some of it.
Because we're getting ready to end the session, but I'm trying to let you guys at least rig this up so that if you want to skill horse some trumps on it, you can.
Okay, I'm marking off $1,000.
He gets assemble your own water wheel plans. It shows like a bunch of delighted kids on the side of the water wheel, like, yay! And you're like, what kind of fucking person goes and buys this?
I would think the box would be labeled boring educational shit. This sucks.
Okay, go for it, Swade. It's all up to you. You are now the man with, oh my God, he pulled it off. And then the rock can't make the electricity thing work. And he's just like, God,
I got a re-roll for you.
All right.
But I did all
How about those skill plus 10s too?
I did the slot A fit into tab B.
Do you need me to hold a card, or should I just play it for you? You could discard.
Yeah, I can discard. Just play it.
All right.
Slot A, tab B.
Skill plus 10?
Yep.
All right. Modifier in. Jesus fucking Christ.
All
right. 1 hero point. At a quarter.
Well done.
After it sucks away his hero points, then it deigns to work for a while. No problem.
At a quarter, so it's really good, and no one's going to get electrocuted by the combination of electricity and water.
That's Ralph's favorite combination. He said he liked standing bare feet and monkey with electronics.
I've done it.
I know. Yep. I know. I've heard horror stories about when you're doing electrical shit. I don't know if the electricity's off in the house, but it's a good time to put in the ceiling fan.
Okay.
So
Rasley, you can kick this place out, or Joshua can. He's got a lot of resources too.
Oh, he doesn't need to know about this, does he now? Come, let me show you this beautiful view over this bridge here, buddy.
Oh, I still got a skill horse in Trump.
Okay, so
Joshua, got it.
Is there anything else you guys are wanting to do before we end the session? Yeah.
Well, there's lots we can do, but it'll take more time.
Yeah, it's fun.
Let me rephrase. With this fortress, is there anything else you want to do before we end the session today?
Get some locks.
You've got crossbars that you can put in, so it's as good as a lock, but it's wood and won't move from the outside. So they'll have all you got to do to get in here now is cross a minefield, unlock a fucking door, go over, blast another door because it's got cross beams on it, and then they're in.
Yeah, I know.
They get a bunch of metal bits, so yay.
Yeah, it's gonna keep the locals out of this now.
Secure a Fortress of Solitude right now. I'm just looking to secure it from casual inspection.
Yeah.
Right. Well, if you guys, I think if you do decide to turn it into a fortress, it's got. I mean, a half day of walking is through the desert sucks ass, but there's enough space on top that you could like stable animals or whatever. So it's a very good fortress if you feel the need to do business in Bartertown. All you have to figure out is how to make it more secure.
This is the kind of place where it might make sense to actually have some people out here to guard it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we could lock off part of it, have staff that are allowed into parts of it.
And then we bring in the laser turrets.
It's a good start.
Oh, yeah, laser turrets would be fucking lovely. But no, I mean, you could literally get like machine gun turrets and stuff like that set up, with electronic machine gun turrets, but whatever. So you guys can figure all that out. This will give Wrestling Rad something else to think about because he doesn't have enough going on.
Yeah, we can talk about it over Facebook and on the boards.
Absolutely.
We'll find something good. But we're basically going to go for the basic go the fuck away package is what we're doing.
Right. Well, right now you've got a very light go away package, but I mean a minefield and a couple doors to breach. So
we got a couple months,
you've got some time to figure it out.
Before not playing, the bad guys aren't.
Right.
Okay, so is this our little secret or?
Yes.
Okay, so Jack is really not a team player, but
I'm on a different team than you, buddy. You got the choice right now.
Let's think about it. There's a lot of shit going on, no matter where all the other doors go to, they tend to attract a lot of trouble. So let's just put some thought into what we want to do with this place first before we turn it into another playground.
Okay, cool. It's our little secret then.
I think it'll be a good place for me to keep some stuff, maybe make some money for the group, but we need to keep it out of the way so some of the other guys don't come in and mess things up.
It's like what happens in the Gardens of Pleasure, stay in the Gardens of Pleasure, right, buddy?
Oh, yes, most definitely after what I just fucking did.
No, keep it there. Keep it there.
No, don't talk about it. You've seen it firsthand, man. So it's too bad for you. Okay.
Or in Henry's case, he went to the Gardens of Pleasure and he ended up staying there.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody discard all the cards does anybody have any cycling cards?
No.
Oh, real quick. Wait, sorry. I almost fucked up. Before we get into all that, who's got an idea for a title for this?
Fortress of Solitude?
That's not bad.
Take card rust. Let me type that in as an idea.
Let's see.
What about your...
What was the guy, Lawrence of Arabia? Some play off that?
Mm-hmm. Larry of Arabia.
We could call it the Gardens of Pleasure. That was probably one of the more memorable scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm good.
Even though it took place in the desert.
Yeah. Warehouse shootout.
What about your, what'd you call that big fancy word? The otter masturbation death sentence?
Otter erotic asphyxiation.
Yes.
Is that YouTube friendly?
I don't think that's YouTube friendly enough.
Yeah.
Gardens of Pleasure is pretty friendly. What else you got?
You otter know.
That's not bad. I don't take card for it. I don't think we'll use that one. So far I'm digging Gardens of Pleasure most. Anybody else have any ideas?
No, I like that.
Okay. Cool. We'll go with that. And in closing, for the recorded part, Russ, what have you got to say to the studio audience out there?
I hope you guys enjoyed this season. to the people from the future, if the world hasn't blown up by then. Enjoy.
And Ralph, what have you got to say as head of security or other?
Thank you for joining us this season. By the time you see this, it'll be time to sign up for season 7. So get on it.
Good point. Wrestling Rad, what have you got?
Here's to our wives and girlfriends. May they never meet.